Once you book your cruise and you start planning on the things that you would like to do, including shore excursions, you have quite a few options. You can certainly book your excursions through the cruise line. You could do things DIY, or you could book through an outside vendor or service like Viator. Today, we're going to explore all three of those options and tell you what may or may not be best for you. Let's go. Hey everyone, John here from Byte Size Cruises. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking all about shore excursions. There are so many different companies, so many different ways that you can book a shore excursion once you book your cruise. There are a ton of variables of why you may want to book one versus the other or just do something yourself. So let's break down what some of those reasons are. Number one is going to be cost. We're going to talk about the cost breakdown. Two is going to be convenience and safety, things like getting back to the ship on time. Are you in a port that is easily accessible and navigatable? Flexibility and cancellation policies, and of course, authenticity and experience. So first up, let's talk about cost. If you are looking for probably the best cost available, a lot of that is going to be DIY. Do a ton of research. Spend time really digging into the port and into each of these locations, and then try to figure out different fun things that you can do. For instance, if you go to Nassau, once you get off the ship in Nassau, you could totally book a walking tour. It may be $50 to $100 to do that, or you could plan ahead of time and you could look up some of the things to do and see in Nassau. One of those things is going to be the Queen's Staircase. You can map out the directions to that. You can go check it out. You can read all about it. You can get a little audio tour of it online. You can walk to other areas like Grey Cliff. You can go to some of the Frankfurter places or some of the places that serve very customary local Bohemian food. You can do all this with a cruise excursion, which might be pretty expensive. You could do all this on your own, which is going to be extremely inexpensive, or a third-party excursion that you would buy through Viator or any number of different outside vendors. So when we talk about cost, obviously doing it yourself is going to be the cheapest. Doing it through a third-party vendor will probably be the next cheapest, and then through the cruise line will be the most expensive. That leads us into convenience and safety. One, obviously the most convenient thing to do, you're in your little cruise line app, you just book your little excursion. They're going to deliver the tickets to you. You're going to meet with the cruise line reps. They're going to walk you out to where you're going, show you where to go, make sure everything's okay. They're going to collect your tickets. Somebody from the cruise line may or may not be with you the whole time. When you get back, they're going to guide you back to the ship. They're going to make sure that you get back to the ship on time. And if they don't, they have communication, direct communication with the captain. They can let them know that you're running late. They can make a determination there. And if, God forbid, you miss the ship, they can make sure that you get to the next port at no additional cost to you or your party. That is very convenient and very safe. Obviously, if you go the DIY route, you are on your own. You have to make sure your watch or your phone is set to ship's time, so you know what time you need to get back. You need to take down information to make sure you know where to go, what you have to do. You have to make sure it's safe in the port that you're going to. Are there areas that you shouldn't be wandering around? Things like that. The tour guides are going to know. You may not know those things, and you might wind up wandering into an area that's not completely safe. The other convenience factor is you're going to have to take down some numbers with you. You're going to take down the ship number, the consulate number, any information that you might need. You should really have your passport or your driver's license with you just in case something happens and you need those things. And of course, if you, for whatever reason, miss the ship, it's going to be on you and your expense to get to the next port. The next scenario is if you book through a company like Viator or a third party, there are plenty of really good, reputable companies that you can book excursions through. They will, in fact, make sure that you get back to the ship on time. They'll do everything in their power to make sure that you get back to the ship on time. They know the times that you have to get back. They know the areas. They have local tour guides. It's really probably the same people on some of the vendors that are running the shore excursions, just through a different branded one. And the Viator and all those are convenient as well, just not as convenient as getting those tickets in your room. You're gonna have them in an app or on your phone, or you're gonna have to print them out before you go. So that's your convenience and safety aspect. Next up, let's talk about flexibility and cancellation policies. Obviously, if you cancel an excursion with the cruise line, it's gonna depend on when you cancel that excursion. You're probably gonna get your money back or get an onboard credit for it. Same with any of the popular vendors. If you book through Viator, Resort for a Day, any of the big name ones, if you cancel by a certain day or time, you will get your money back. Just you have to review those cancellation policies. If you're just doing your DIY, that's going to be the best one for you, where you don't have to worry about cancellation policies, because you're just going to walk somewhere and go. The downside of that is maybe you're not going to be able to get into something like a tasting because all the tours have already bought up all those tickets. Or a museum. If you go there, you might find out that they've blocked out time for these tours to go through and you can't go in at the time that you want to go in. Again, that's why you do a lot of research ahead of time and make sure that you plan things really well. At this time, we'd love to ask you to subscribe to our channel. I haven't done this in a long time. Please come along with us. Check out some videos. We are a travel agency just trying to give you the best information possible about cruising, so you can plan and go on an amazing cruise vacation. We put out videos just about every single day, so you can check our 1,000+ little library of videos here with things all about cruising. Last but not least, we're going to talk about authenticity and experience. Obviously, with DIY in this one, you're going to get the most authentic experience because you're just doing it on your own and experiencing these things. You're going to see the down and dirty, the nitty-gritty, and it will be a very, very authentic experience. However, it might not be the best experience. You might not get a ton of information about something. You might not learn all those fun little tidbits that you would learn if you were with a group or doing a tour. Secondly, on the cruise line ones, you may get a very, very good authentic experience because you're getting local hosts. Imagine going to Machu Picchu and you're going through and you're having local Peruvians tell you all about the location, all about the different things there. Or if you're in Alaska and they're talking to you about the specific animals that are there or how they did things or how they do things now. Those things are very authentic and amazing. However, your experience may not be the best because you are then dealing with a larger group of people generally when you book the shoreline excursion. So maybe 30, 40, 50 people in your group. And that may lead to not the best experience because maybe you're supposed to visit 6 things on your tour and you wind up only going to 5 because you had some stragglers. They couldn't get people back from a bathroom break in time. Somebody stayed too long at lunch. People keep wandering off the path. Or there's maybe really young kids that are holding things up, or really elderly people, or people that have mobility issues, not to any fault of their own, but it just becomes maybe not the best experience. Then we talk about the third-party apps here that maybe you will get the best experience and really good authenticity because you're getting similar tour guides to the locals. You're having local tour guides, local companies doing all these things, and you have a smaller group choice. You can book excursions that maybe have 10 to 12 people. Maybe they cost $10, $15 more, but you're getting a better experience because you're not waiting. You have a more intimate experience where you feel like maybe you can ask more questions. With a smaller group, you get a little more personalized attention, and it's just a completely different experience. Those are a few different reasons and different explanations on whether it may be good for you to kind of do things on your own, to book through the cruise line, or to book through a external company like Viator or Resort for a Day or something like that. If you'd like any more information about this, please feel free to email me at jp@bitesizecruises.com. Happy to talk to you about it. And if you have any comments, please list them below. Any of your experiences with any of the things that we talked about. Thanks so much. We hope you have a wonderful day. Happy cruising, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.